Hello, my friends. Today we are going to talk about one standard SAP vendor list report. So this is the report name. So I'll just double click and I'll show you. So I'll go to System Status, and this is the transaction code S underscore ALR underscore 870. You can see here 87012086. Now why this doesn't have a meaningful information, please don't ask me. That's SAP. Okay, let me tell you how it works. Okay, so here if you want to see one-time vendors, okay, so we can see just a list of one-time vendors. You can just say one-time vendors only. Okay, and you try to execute, probably there's nothing here. Yes, so here you can see there's some work one-time vendors already created in the list. Okay, so now suppose now I want to see, I'll take this out now, and I'll want to see address and telecom information. Okay, masters. So if I execute, it will give me all the addresses and telecom information. So here you can see all the company codes, and can see the address and the telecom fields. Okay, now suppose you want to see list of company codes. So here if you go here, you can see all these things. Now another thing I want to show you, whenever you have a button like this, that means you can have more selection here and everything is hidden here. So here if you want, you can put like central deletion flag and all those things, whatever you want. You can add more fields here, so it's up to you. You want to put more fields and all those things. So now I'll just go back, hit the back button, and we'll just go back again. And now we are going to see account control and status. And these are the different fields. You can see the counting control and status fields are there. So if you want, I think you can I double click and go to the transaction? No, it's just a list. So it doesn't create me. And can I go into, so I can save to a local file and all, do all those things. So let me do one thing. Here do we have something, the layout, because the layout looks not so pretty. So next one is the tax info. If you go to the tax info, you'll get all the tax info information for the vendors, okay, in mass. So you don't have to go one by the one and open BP or XK03. So if you want additional VAT registration number, you can see all these things. This is pretty helpful. Then if you want to see subject to withholding tax stuff, very important. Okay, so here you can see all the tax informations and all those things. So here, now the next portion will be, we will see, is the banking data, very important, because most of the people now accepts checks, accepts wires and ECH. So the banking information will be there. Okay, so basically it will only show the persons which will have the vendors which has banking information. Now the payment data is very important also. So here the payment data, it will tell you what are the terms, the payment method, payment lock, alternate pay, all these things. Very useful information in a massive way you can get. Now then you have the creation data for company code. So you can see all the information on the company code, what type of company code it is and all those things. So very handy stuff. The next portion would be interest calculation. That piece would be how much you, the calculation, the last so these are stuffs that some companies uses, some countries uses, not everyone. So then you have the withholding tax. Okay, so withholding tax is anything related with 1099 for US. Then for Brazil you will have nota fiscal. For India you will have VAT and other stuff. Reference data, I don't really know what will be the reference data. Probably the reference data is something, and if you are stuck, I can always click and hit F1, and this will tell me information. Reference data, okay, old master record number. So that's it. And then you have the dunning piece. This is also important. So you go and execute, you will know all the dunning information. Then is, we'll see the vendor correspondence, like the vendor address and all those things. Those are very important stuff. and this thing is important because you can do it in a massive way. You can put selection and you can filter it further. Then you have extended withholding tax. Okay, so these are also very important information because tax piece you have to give. You're not fool with the tax things. Then you have extended withholding tax. Okay, so this is another information. Then you have the posting block, which is very important. Okay, we want to see. So there is no posting block here, so let me see whether we can just get one vendor where we'll see put a posting block, and that would be a good thing. Because let's see. This is the what is the vendor number? This is the vendor number. Okay, and let's go. We'll see a bit of other transactions. In this is S4 HANA, so I'll go to BP, and here I'll try to put a posting block. So here, first we have to do is I click on the business partner number. Okay, and now what I'll go to do is I go to change. Okay, now what I'm going to do is click on this general partner, and probably I'll say, so whenever something is defined in S4 HANA, you'll say it's called defined. Okay, so now you can see here. Then I'll go to company code. Okay, and here I can say switch company codes, and I can go to this company code, and probably what was the company code here? The company code was 1710 or something. We can just see whether I can put a posting block here. So we'll just click on this, and I go into vendor status. Probably here there would be posting block. Okay, this is posting block. All company codes will put, and I'll save it. Okay, so once I save it, so it's getting saved. It got saved. Let's see whether it will now show something. So we'll click on this. We'll click on only with posting block, and see, we just did it. Before it used to come blank, now it came with this entry, so it works. And the next one would be only with delete flag. Okay, let's see, we have something deleted. No list generated, so let's do the delete part also. So let's see whether we can put some delete flag. Company code deletion, we'll put this, and we'll save it, and we'll just now execute this. Still not, I think it's still saving on the other side. For the business partner, yes, data content error or unconfirmed warning. So we'll see. This will display the message for the business. No. So now changes have been saved. Now what we can do, we can execute, and so I think this is still not giving me this message. So probably I need to go into the general data and change this. Okay, let's go. Let's go to the general data. Probably here. Uh, where is status? And so I'm going to the status field. I don't have anything, so that piece really doesn't work. So only with delete flag, only with delete flag, only with posting. So if I do this, both. No, good. Okay. So that piece, the only with delete flag doesn't really work. So that's it. So you can see all this information from here. Another thing you can see, there's some account sortings where you can probably sort it in a proper way. Okay, these are very important stuff. The way you display the data in the when you are displaying on the layout. So if I probably select something else, let me select account group, vendor account group, company code, and then I do suppose list of company codes, and I execute. The list looks much different now. Okay, so because it's sorted in a different way. So these are very important stuff, and this is out of the box. SAP has it. And you have the same thing in S4 HANA also. Now here, as I said, you can add more columns. Okay, so make sure you can add more columns here, more fields that you can filter on. So if you want, suppose I want to suppose filter on the purchase posting block. Okay, so I want to filter. So here I click on this and I put posting block, and I click on yes. And the moment I click yes and I execute, suppose, it only shows me that data. So you can do that like that with this. So these are very useful stuff you can. So that's it for today. Stay tuned to my channel and happy SAP learning, and stay at home and learn SAP and play with your kids and family. Thank you and have a great day.